Are you playing in survival? Are you tired of collecting fuel? Do you feel like making charcoal is too much work? Well, have I got the deal for you. It is the Charcoalinator. Uh, let's call it 6,000. There's 6 double chests. Anyway, this is a very simple contraption that pretty much anyone can make in their survival world. Okay? And it looks more complicated than this, but let me run you through the features here. These are collection chests. These collection chests have hoppers going into them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? Now, you'll notice that there's a seventh hopper here. It's leading into the back of my furnace. And this is a dropper. Droppers kick things out when they have stuff come in. So let's peek behind the curtain. There's the dropper there. Here's a hopper coming out of my furnace, which will feed the dropper. And once I pull this lever, it'll turn on an observer clock, okay? Which will just start clicky, 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 clicky. Now, I will warn you, this thing is loud, which is why I installed a lever. In fact, just for the sake of this, let's go into my music. I currently have blocks off. Let's just put them up to like 10%. Let's see what that does for us. You hear that? That's the dropper kicking on and off over and over and over again. It can get mildly annoying, okay? But anyway, so what this thing is going to do is it's going to take your wood and it is going to turn it into charcoal for you. And it's going to self-feed the system as long as you have wood above it. Now, let's go back to that sound. Let's turn those blocks back off because it, can be annoying. But anyway, what we do is we turn on our clock. And this is an observer looking into another observer. Okay, so they see each other updating, and that creates a pulse which goes into my dropper, which is currently firing it off. It has nothing inside of the system right now, so it's not doing anything. This is a piece of soul sand down at the bottom of this, which creates a bubble elevator, which brings my items up and puts them into this water stream. The first hopper in the item stream here is the one that feeds back into the fuel for my furnace. So in order to kick this off, let's just go ahead and do that. All I need is a single piece of wood. And let's go ahead and put this up here. Now let's watch this in action. Okay, so the first piece is cooking. It turned it into charcoal, which went back into my dropper system, which then refueled this and kept the cycle going. Now, charcoal takes longer to burn than your regular log does. And it doesn't matter which wood you use. I'm just using spruce in this example because it's probably the easiest for most people to farm in large quantities. Right? You put down your 4 saplings in a little square, you bone meal them up, you get a giant tree, you chop it down, and all of a sudden you've got a stack to maybe 2.5 of spruce logs. Right? And now, this little system right here will take those spruce logs, and it only needs a single spruce log to get started to burn to waste, and voila, you will have fuel. Now, there is a catch here, a little bit. Okay, so this will keep filling up the furnace before it brings any of your fuel further down the line, and the hopper behind it. So a hopper, if we go back and just take a quick look, has 5 inventory slots. So you will go through 6 slots or 6 stacks of 64 to completely fill up this system right here. And then the surplus will start to fill out. So you can essentially have unlimited fuel as long as you want. I do recommend turning your sound off. This lever right here powers this block, which is touching this sticky piston, which powers it. So it pushes it out and makes the observers look at each other. If I want to turn it off, now it'll just keep cooking with whatever fuel is currently in the system. And that fuel will end up getting stored up in the dropper until I turn it back on. So we now have, assuming that we want to farm trees or whatever, unlimited fuel. You could also build this on top of a manual tree farm, automatic tree farm, whatever that automatically feeds in here. This does not have to be a chest, of course. Just takes a little ingenuity on how to put everything together. Now, one key detail. In fact, let me just show this off. If I break this one piece of glass up here and I turn the sucker back on, it's kind of fun, and I haven't noticed it actually waste any. Oh, there we go. See, spoke too soon. But you can end up with a little bit of waste there. So that's why I capped that off right here. So this is an actual semi-important little feature of the system. Personally, just because I don't like things falling into my systems, I would cap this entire thing off. It doesn't have to be in glass. It could be some kind of building block to make it pretty. It could be, whatever you want. But if a mob like was to die above, drop down a piece of rotten flesh, or whatever, it can end up in your collection system here. So just go ahead and cap it off. Bada bing, bada boom. Instant. Unlimited fuel. No need to go looking for coal anymore. No need to collect that bamboo. Even though, bamboo can just kind of automatically fill itself up over time, but it takes a lot of it to burn. So, yeah, little column A, little column B, kind of depends on how you want to play there. But anyway, this has been another mini build in ye old redstone with Sin Skillet. If you got any questions, comments, concerns, anything like that, hey, let me know. I'd love to hear from you. And if there's anything that you've been trying to figure out for a long time that you would like a simple solution to, hey, leave it down in the comments. I'm not going to promise I have the answer, but I will promise that I will try to come up with the answer. But in the meantime, hey, you stay amazing, and I'll catch you next time. Bye now.